I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt. Once again, welcome back to another review. This is a Patreon review for Trivium 5. And it's for the 2009 film Black Dynamite. Now, first off, thank you to everyone who's joined me on Patreon. If you're willing to support the channel and such, feel free to join me on Patreon. The link would be down in the info box. Or if you want to request reviews, re-reviews, movie topics, any of that sort, the link to that PayPal is down below as well. If not, no worries. But if so, please feel free, and thank you. But Black Dynamite, I've always enjoyed this film. I always thought it was a fun, funny, entertaining, crazy movie that I love the look of the film. I love the cast. Michael Jai White did a fantastic job. It was a great ode / parody of those blaxploitation films back in the day, whether it be Dolomite or any of those type of films. And so many moments in this movie still makes me laugh my ass off. And Michael Jai White, I'm a fan of. I liked a lot of his stuff, whether it be Blood and Bone, even Universal Soldier: The Return. I highly enjoy, where he played the villain up against Jean-Claude Van Damme. And this is a tough thing about how you review a comedy, but did it make you laugh? You laughed quite a bit. You have the boom mics that appear. You have, again, I love the look of the film. The filters they used with it, I thought worked well in this instance. The action scenes were entertaining, where Michael Jai White does a little bit of his Jim Kelly. There's even a moment where he's yelling like Jim Carrey, wah, 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 wah. The music works well. Dynamite, dynamite. And he's a badass. He's kicking people through walls. They do even purposefully these fun screw-ups. Like Black Dynamite's talking to a lady that's crying. Then when it cuts back, there's no tear. There was just back again, there's a tear again. There's the moment where someone he knows is fighting and he accidentally hits someone, and the guy goes, motherfucker. Then it cuts and splices in the same scene, but it's another guy now as the bad guy. As if the other guy had just went up and said fucking quit. There's him training with other guys with his red belt, and he's literally teleporting from one to the other. And he asks her, who the hell is interrupting my kung fu? And some of the lines, where is Bucky and what has he had? The throwing in all the tropes, the Vietnam flashback, and the guy keeps calling him Chinese, even though it's a Vietnam flashback. He's saying stuff that the Chinese lady's blown clean off. He looked at me. He said, "Boo ba bao is some kind of cartoon shit." Very un-PC. And I thought it was witty in his dialogue, where some guy goes, "We don't want you in the streets creating a river of blood." Well, tell me who did. I'll just create a little bit of blood. And you get quite the cast. You get people like Tommy Davidson and Michael T. Williamson and Miguel Nunez Jr. appears briefly. The guy, I forget his name, but he was the guy in Dumb and Dumber, in between Jim Carrey, Jeff Daniels, who's like, guys, guys, guys. I want to say his first name was Mike, but I forgot his last name. Mike Starr. I think that might be his name. It goes by a really quick pace. The fight scenes are well done because Michael Jai White knows what he's doing. It definitely takes the piss out of those old type of movies. There's the sequences where he's trying to do the lovey-dovey thing with the girl, and the guy, Michael Jai White's moving like this. I remember in the commentary he mentioned his inspiration for that was, I want to say Jim Brown, when he was trying to be romantic, but he made no changes in his face. Or stuff when he's talking to a guy and the guy says, the militants turned startled. And then Michael Jai White is just looking at him like... And then later in the scene, the guy says something to the effect of, sarcastically, I don't know what you're talking about. And you see the character briefly like look to the side as if he's looking for the director, and then but still keeps the scene going. You have all the cliches. You have an orphanage, you got drugs, you got some kung fu in there. You have this weird thing called Chilean donuts, and then we see the creation of chicken and waffles. Him crazily freaking out on a lady. I will get the wire like I should have. He has the crazy eyes, and then the love interest like just goes, I know we just met, but I just have this feeling I know I can trust you. After he went butt-eyed crazy just telling this girl about how he wants to give her the wire or something. Uses stock footage of the montage of him battling these drug dealers, or pick up a car, dropping him, and it'll be like the same car going down the hill over and over again. How crazy the plot gets, where it deals with government conspiracies, with this Anaconda malt liquor and what it does, and Kung Fu Island, and at the end battling Richard fucking Nixon in a nunchuck fight. See stuff like a blade comes in and cuts someone's arm off. Yeah, I threw that shit before I walked in the room. Or early on when he's having a nunchuck scene, as he's doing the nunchucks, he throws it, and then something magically throws it right back to him, the deep turtle. That's what I mean. It's so insane and crazy, and in my opinion creative in its lunacy, and it's energetic, it's fun, it's funny. The cast do their jobs well. Michael Jai White fits in the glove well. That's why I really wanted him to do a sequel, Black Dynamite 2. He was doing, I don't even know if it got started or something happened. He was going to do this Western. Just like tease Black Dynamite 2, but it was going to be a Western, I guess a parody of the, oh, what the hell he's called? Adios Amigo, and I forget the other names, but those type of Westerns that Fred Williamson and Jim Brown and such were in. They said, but no, I want a Black Dynamite 2. I think there's a lot more you could get out of that. But I really enjoyed it. I don't even have many problems. There's one bit of crappy CGI where when they're on Kung Fu Island, someone's head gets on fire. That's a really bad effect. I think they could have just gone with, you could just, I mean, consider what kind of movie it is. Just have a completely fake dummy and have the head on fire and it just does this. People would get the joke, because there was a lot of bad dummy work in older films. People would get the joke if it was just a bad dummy going like this with the head on fire. That would have been a lot better than the really bad CGI fire on this person's head. But that's a tiny thing. I really don't have many issues. This is, I think, one of Michael Jai White's best movies. It's one of the funnier movies I've seen in the past, well, can't say 10 years out because it was 2009. But it's definitely one of the funnier movies in quite a while. And yeah, I highly enjoy Black Dynamite. I still enjoy it. I was still laughing my ass off to this day. Him doing his Jim Kelly impressions, or all the mistakes in there, purposely in there. Just the way it looks. I like the way they made it look like an older film from back in the day. And yeah, I think it's clever, it's funny, and highly entertaining. I wish we could get an actual Black Dynamite 2. I know there was a cartoon, to be honest. I never saw the cartoon, but I just would much prefer a live action, not a cartoon. That's why I never bothered. I'm like, no, I just prefer, aesthetically speaking, a live action film. Like, this does stuff better than the Machete films did. Let me put it that way. Machete try to be action but parody. Like, Black Dynamite kissed the fuck out of any of the Machete films. Like, this is how it's done. Much funnier, entertaining, action-packed, clever. Well, the Machete was supposed to be a parody. Are you sure? Machete don't text? I mean, the second one going to fucking space. Well, that was the teaser for the third one, but phones coming out of people's pussies? Like, come on. But I think Black Dynamite is faster paced, smarter, and funnier, and more action-packed than any of those Machete. My brain's freezing thinking about those movies. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. If you haven't seen Black Dynamite, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.